Hello everyone, welcome to the Man United Talk Updates. Today let's talk about transfers. Man United striker Marcus Rashford scored twice for Barcelona last week, but the two clubs are heading for a standoff over the fee to make his on-loan move permanent. Manchester United and Barcelona are heading for a standoff over Marcus Rashford's valuation. Barca are looking to make on-loan United star Rashford's signing permanent in a cut-price deal worth around £25 million. But United value Rashford, who scored twice in Barca's 2-1 Champions League win at Newcastle last week, closer to £40 million. Rashford joined Spanish giants Barca on a season-long loan move after falling foul of United boss Ruben Amorim just a month after he took over. England striker Rashford spent the second half of last season on loan with Aston Villa before securing a move to the new camp for this season. Despite a slow start at Barca, Rashford's stunning brace at Newcastle underlined his enduring quality, although he was dropped at the weekend after turning up late for a team meeting. Despite that transgression, Barca coach Hansi Flick is said to have been impressed with Rashford since the forward's arrival at the club. Barca have the option to sign the 27-year-old on a permanent basis next summer, but United are not prepared to let him go on the cheap. The better Rashford performs at Barca, the higher his market value will soar, with United determined to get the best possible price for their academy graduate. Since joining Barca, Rashford has found himself back in England, head coach Thomas Tuchel's plans ahead of next summer's World Cup in the US, Canada and Mexico. Rashford has 3 years left on his £325,000 a week contract with United, with Barca covering his full salary for the duration of the loan agreement. As long as Amorim remains in charge of United, Rashford knows he has no chance of returning to his boyhood club, having chosen to restart his career elsewhere. Even if Barca and United cannot agree on a permanent fee for Rashford next summer, the striker would still look to find an alternative club to United if Amorim is still in charge. In other news, Manchester United are now reportedly putting a €60 million price tag on what many are calling the perfect Ruben Amorim signing, a player whose arrival could be the keystone in Amorim's plans to rebuild the club. With pressure mounting on the Portuguese coach to deliver stability and identity at Old Trafford, targeting this ideal addition is seen as a signal of serious intent from both the manager and the board. What follows is how the deal came about, why the player fits so well, what the challenges are, and how this €60 million investment could define Amorim's tenure, both positively and negatively. Amorim's arrival and the need for change. Since taking over at Manchester United in November 2024, Ruben Amorim has been very clear about what he wants. A team that plays with structure, intensity, and a well-defined tactical philosophy. He wants possession dominance, high pressing when without the ball, and flexibility in defence. But United currently have a squad put together largely under previous regimes, with players suited to different systems, and several positions in the squad are unbalanced. The wing-backs, for example, are not seen as fitting the profile Amorim demands for his system, which frequently uses wide defenders who push forward and contribute heavily in attack. So when the board decided that an investment was needed to reinforce Amorim's project, they zeroed in on a player who could be a perfect match for the new style, a profile rather rare, and thus justifying a premium price. The figure that has emerged is €60 million, a substantial sum, but perhaps reasonable for what United believe this player can bring. Why €60 million is the tag. That price tag reflects multiple factors. Rarity of profile, players who combine defensive intelligence, positional discipline, good ball control, and high pressing ability are hard to come by. When you find one, they usually command big fees. United have been searching for someone who embodies those traits. Market inflation and demand. With the Premier League and other top European leagues constantly bidding, prices have been rising. Being in a position of need gives United less leverage. The player and his current club know that a big club is ready to pay. Long-term investment. United do not just want someone who can plug gaps. They want someone who fits into the medium-term plan, years of service, potential resale when the time comes. So the investment is justified not only by immediate need, but by what the player could become. Signalling. Spending such an amount on a player who fits Amorim's philosophy sends a message that the club is backing him, that it's serious about structural change, and that fluke or stopgap fixes will not do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates.